Okay, so this one's for Antonio. We talked and we realized it's probably a pretty funny conversation that we had, and it might fit in with the series that I'm doing, but I didn't have my camera. And so I said, okay, oops, sorry about that, Antonio. I told him I would make one and I would call it Antonio. Vancouver, no expectations of Antonio. I think this is zoomed way too far in, isn't it? Obviously. Huh. Yeah, I think I must have. So let's see if we can back it out of here a bit. Okay, so there we are again, but backed out quite a bit. So we get a better look at this one. This is a good looking one too. So that one over there, Antonio worked on it, and it's stunning. I mean, it really is a stunning piece of architecture. I guess I could zoom back in again, but I'd have to pause it. But that building right there is just stunning. And we met when we were standing beside another one that's going to be the tallest condominium in Surrey for a long time. It is really a big bugger, and they put a deck on the top of it. The whole top floor is a deck. That is going to be so stunning. It'll be disappointing because in some places other buildings will kind of look crappy, but you'll at least be higher than all of them if you lived on the top floors of that, because not only is it the tallest building, but it's on the hill. There's Surrey Central, and then there's I think they call it the West Side or something like that. So they got some fancy name for this area, and it is a hoity-toity area in relation to the rest of Surrey. You could put it that way. Definitely. There's the libraries here, City Hall, hotels, homeless shelter. So right in the middle of town, they get another homeless shelter right in downtown. That makes a lot of sense, eh? Why not put them all right downtown? It's not like they cause any trouble or anything. They don't make anybody nervous. Contribute to rates of vandalism and things like that. You know, none of that. Sure, keep doing it this way. Law and order that's what governments should do. The Canadian government isn't living up to its duty. It has a duty to provide law and order. It's failing. As simple as that. The solutions aren't necessarily simple, the mess that we've gotten in, but there's some absolute fundamentals. And one of them is that if you're a drug addict, you're going on a program. A nice, easy letdown. And some of you never make it, and then it's okay if it's really... But we're going to give you a chance, right? Just behave yourself and work. Work, and we'll put you on a withdrawal program that takes 10 years. Or 10 months, or 10 minutes. But if you try using drugs outside of the system, then forget the rehabilitation. You can just go and, so it'll be a bit tough too. The government has to provide the drug supply, because if it's not, then it's giving the money to criminals. What in God's name? What in what universe is that a good idea? Got a system where the criminals get the money. It's just stunningly stupid. Sorry about the wind. Here we are back on this one. Yeah, we both agreed that Ukrainian people are being used as a proxy. Between the United States and Russia have already begun a war. It's already started, very clearly. It's started. The United States is providing the weaponry. They're at war. They took us to war. And, it was absolutely a mistake to push NATO in the way that they did. It was guaranteed. They knew for decades that was the guaranteed way to start a war. That was the one thing you couldn't do. Russia just made that clear. I got Joe Biden saying it. Joe Biden says, yeah, if you want a war with Russia, that's what you do. Push NATO on Russia. And, we're actually in a war now. And Most of the mainstream here, of course, cheers on Ukraine, but they're being duped. This is a proxy between the United States and Russia. They just went and started it. And it just seems to be getting worse. And neither one of them are telling each other what to do. They should be saying, we need to sit down here and negotiate. People need to say negotiate. The negotiations need to start now. This mess shouldn't even have happened. Doesn't mean that, it's too bad the tree got in the way there. That doesn't look as good, does it? Looked better before, didn't it? I can't tell, because I can't see the screen that well. What happens? There's a bunch of people running for the bus. See if I can catch that. People, this is for sure the bus stop, right? I don't think it's like the volume of commercial Broadway or whatever. That's the busiest station. But this one, there's not as much. It's not as many people, but it's a lot less space. Really, quite a lot less space. They're jamming a lot of people through there right now. Like, I got out and I just realized, it's kind of pointless to decide where I'm going to go. I have to go the way everybody else is going, because everybody's going the same way fairly quickly, and that's it, man. So actually, I did manage to deke around and go back the way that I wanted to go, but it was sort of like, no, it's probably not. Here's Antonio's place. Yeah, it looks better right in front of the Walmart there. That's the best place to look at, I think. Apparently there's a bunch of new ones going to go in there and muck this up. It's too bad, man. This place is so beautiful right now. I think it's worth documenting, which I suppose is what I'm doing. So, document away, Dave. Document away. Yeah, that's the homeless shelter. There doesn't seem to be such a problem of junkies hanging around as it used to be. That's quite nice. This place is packed. Yeah, no, it's really, really, definitely very crowded.